Hello and welcome to Media Rumble, I'm Chris, and today I'm going to be talking about Battlefield 1 and its Behemoths. Now, across the Battlefield games there has been previous instances of a Behemoth. However, in Battlefield 1, the Behemoths exist as an equaliser for uneven scoring matches. And in this video I'm going to be discussing if the Behemoths are actually effective. Now, effectiveness is obviously subjective given the skills of the players involved, and there's been many a time where the Behemoths have simply had no effect on the battle. However, I do believe that Behemoths are an incredible addition to a Battlefield game. By having this extremely powerful piece of weaponry aiding your team, it can turn the tide of the battle. Now, we currently have three Behemoths. We have the airship, the dreadnought, and the armoured train. However, we are getting one more Behemoth in the They Shall Not Pass DLC. And I'll be going through each of these Behemoths in order. Now, obviously at the moment I can't actually discuss the effectiveness of the fourth. However, I will cover the other three. Now, the first one I'm going to look at is the airship. Now, this is a very menacing Behemoth. It can float directly over the battle and can even have an influence on the command points. And for this reason, it is an effective Behemoth. However, it seems to be that it's very easy to be taken down. One thing I've found that on the operations map Ballroom Blitz, the defending team's ability to use anti-aircraft weaponry almost negates the importance of the airship. There's often times where the airship is taken down so quickly that it can't have a chance at being effective. And one enormous positive about the airship, even when it is being destroyed, it can land on the map and actually take out a good portion of the enemy forces with it. However, this is also a double-edged sword, as your teammates can also be killed by the falling airship. Now, one thing I enjoy about the Zeppelin is its range of weaponry. There is always a race to get to the gunner positions, because they are the most vital. They are the downward facing weaponry of the Zeppelin. Now, the main weapon, however, is the bombs. Now, this honour is given to the driver of the Zeppelin, which exists almost as an airstrike, and this is extremely important as they are able to dictate the course of the battle through bombing strikes and their ability to overcome different command points. Now, the airship can also act as a spawn point. Sometimes you'll see some of the teammates immediately jumping out of their gunner positions to drop down on the battle below, and this can be extremely effective. There are often times where aircraft completely dominate the skies and leave the infantry no chance, performing bombing run after bombing run, completely decimating anyone on the ground. However, by introducing the Zeppelin, this can almost distract the aircraft, changing the scenery of the battleground and ultimately allowing more balance. Now, the next Behemoth I'm going to be talking about is the dreadnought. And this is by far my favourite Behemoth. There's just something about being in a battleship. Being able to fire upon your enemies from a great distance gives extreme power to the user. The dreadnought also has the capability of wiping out aircraft. However, for me, the dreadnought is mostly a ground assault boat. Now, one enormous benefit of the dreadnought over its Behemoth counterparts is its ability to fire a large barrage. There are many times when team members join forces and really become a wave, sweeping through the map, and the dreadnought can change this. The dreadnought has the capability to target these large groups and wipe them out, and this can have a great deal of influence on the overall result of the battle, as it may be possible that a barrage from a dreadnought can be the deciding factor in a game of operations, specifically when it gets to the last command points. The final Behemoth I'm going to be talking about is the armoured train, and for me this is quite possibly the worst. Mainly because it's 100% on rails, and that is obviously for a great reason. However, there's often times where its ability to dictate the outcome of a match is severely hampered by its limited manoeuvrability. Now, there is a large range of guns on this train, and its ability to take out its enemies is impressive. However, it's often from a short range in maps like the Argonne Forest. Yes, there is portions of the map, such as Point C, where it can have an enormous influence over the result. However, there are many points where it's completely obscured from view and can have no real influence over the battle. In the map Sinai Desert, the large expanse is extremely beneficial for this armoured train, as it has the ability to fire a large variety of weaponry long range. Despite being on rails, the armoured train is exceptionally quick and can get from one side of the map to the other in a relatively short amount of time. And because of this, players must always be vigilant when they're in the area of the map which the armoured train can operate. Overall, I would say the Behemoths can definitely have their negatives. However, I feel that it's extremely important for these Behemoths to actually not completely overwhelm the enemy, because it's about balance. If a team is 100 points down on Conquest, they will get a Behemoth. And by giving each of the Behemoths their own different weaknesses, DICE has actually managed to give losing teams a glimmer of hope. And this is extremely beneficial as it will allow the game to last. And one enormous factor about Behemoths is their variety. It changes up a game. Strategies have to be altered when a Behemoth comes into play. And for me, Behemoths are an incredible addition to the game. They offer an alternative style of play. They're something which can benefit or hamper the progress of a team within a game, and I think that's extremely important. And they do serve their purpose a majority of the time. Even if they may not overcome the original deficit, they can have an enormous impact on the style of play within a match. And I think that it's extremely important that either side can have a Behemoth. So let me know in the comments what you think about the Behemoths. Are they actually effective? Do you enjoy going into Behemoths more than you enjoy being an infantry player? So thanks for watching Media Rumble, and I hope to see you next time.